So George, is it true that you appeared in Star Wars?
That is actually...
Gina Carano, the pioneer of women's MMA, in my opinion, before Ronda Rousey. I'm going deep now. The people will know if they know. If they don't, they don't.
I don't.
Her name is
Being
Gina
educated
Carano.
now.
Starred in a movie written by Steven Soderbergh called Haywire, and now star of Disney Plus show The Mandalorian.
Never heard of it. Jon Favreau's Star Wars is what it is, the Star Wars TV series. I worked on Star Wars, so I got my fill, I got my fix. I actually loved being on set of Star Wars, but I didn't rush straight into that series. I was just coming off the back of the last movie.
After starring in it himself. You know,
it kind of reminded me of not. I watched a bit and it made me a bit depressed because I was like, oh, I liked hanging out on these sets. I like the people. I like the people who made the costumes. I met great people on there. I really felt like a part of that family, and so watching it just made me think, oh, I'd rather be sitting in that bar than
he had his. It was like a combination of the Waltons and Star Wars for George. You know, he felt like he created this kind of Walton-esque family on set. He was John Boy, clearly.
And I'll tell you, here's an interesting thing, right? In regards to what you're saying, being Walton-esque, because I know what you're going to say, right? Someone's going to get to it. I'm going to get to it partly because we ain't got that much time on that camera. It gonna run out, so I've got to speed it along. But you're going to say something about how nowadays you're not allowed to speak your mind. There's cancel culture. She probably has views that Disney are against. But here's the thing, I'll tell you this as a truth, as a reality, as an honestly, truly thing, right? Is that on the set of Star Wars are hundreds of people, real human beings with real thoughts, with real feelings, with real ideas, with real opinions. And I'll tell you, when you stick hundreds of people on a fucking film set, right? Not everyone thinks the same. They're all, from my experience, very loving, right? Very thoughtful about other people, and everyone takes care of each other. But I assure you, not every single person on that set, like a lot of people on that set, would say things similar to what I imagine you're going to say got her into trouble. Because I met loads of guys and they're fucking guys, right? They're fucking guys. They build shit. They say whatever they want, right? They have a laugh. They're a bunch of lads, okay? It's their job to get fucking down and dirty and fix things and buffer this and polish this. It's like the guys who fix your cars, you know what I mean? They have their opinions about everything, right? Including the Star Wars movies, the ones they like, the ones they don't like, and they're not gonna sit there and bite their tongue about it. And it's ridiculous that, yeah, you can say whatever you want off camera, you're just a bunch of people having an opinion. No, they don't have to agree with you. But on camera, tell me what she said, because I know what you're gonna say. I don't know the woman.
Apparently George knows, but listen, Gina Carano, from what I understand, she said quite a few things, but this was her latest tweet, which she's been under pressure from people, from the cancel culture, from people who felt she'd gone too far, from people who felt her views were too extreme and whatnot. But this latest tweet is what has caused her to be fired from her job at Disney at the Mandalorian.
A tweet? Oh my God, a tweet, fired for a tweet.
It's a tweet. So essentially she said,
Jews were beaten in the streets, not by Nazi soldiers, but by their neighbours, even by children. Because history is edited, most people today don't realise that to get to the point where Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews, the government first made their own neighbours hate them simply for being Jews. How is that any different from hating someone for their political views?
Did she get fired?
She got fired.
From Star Wars?
She got fired from Star Wars, George. She was fired for this, as far as I understand. Obviously, there was other stuff that behind the scenes that we're not privy to.
Gina Carano is not currently employed by Lucasfilm, and there are no plans for her to be in the future. Nevertheless, her social media posts denigrating people based on their cultural and religious identities are abhorrent and unacceptable.
But what do you think about that, George? Do you think that people should be allowed, people in positions where they are, have influence?
Put it this way. Let's put it this way. What is the overall most potent, powerful moral of the Star Wars trilogy? Not the new trilogy, not the middle trilogy, which is actually the prequel trilogy. The real Star Wars trilogy that made this whole thing the phenomenon that it is. It is the story of the young hope in the universe who can take darkness and transform it into light. It is the young boy who goes against his own father, who has turned to darkness, and he is able to take that darkness, take it out of the Father, and make him see the error of his ways and become ultimately pure and good again. That is the theme. If Darth Vader can say, hang on a sec, I've made mistakes in my life, then what are Disney doing, taking somebody who they disagree with and just sacking them off?
Filling her off.
If she's really done something wrong, you have to believe that a human being has the capacity for change, has the capacity for growth, has the capacity to turn the darkness within themselves into positivity, beauty. It's one of the reasons why Star Wars resonates with the public anyway. If the story had literally been, I don't agree with that person, and Luke's just like, with a lightsaber, gets rid of him, it would be the equivalent of a 35-second humorous YouTube video. It would not resonate and affect the entire culture. So it's completely and totally the antithesis of the whole morality of Star Wars anyway, and to take place on that set of all sets is absolutely repulsive, to be perfectly honest. Now, I don't know the whole thing, but I find the whole culture repulsive because every human being needs to have the trust that they can change if they need to. And maybe, theoretically, you'd have to say the one who needs changing is not the one being kicked off. It's the one who cannot accept that other person's views or opinions. If they're not hurting someone, you have to let them at least express themselves and disagree if you disagree. But yes, remember why, one of the reasons Star Wars works in the first place, because light can get into darkness and make it light.
Just as we have done during this video, ladies and gentlemen.
Just as we have done, we have taken the darkness out of your life. We've given you at least a little bit, a sprinkle, a Christmas tree light's worth of glory and positivity, hopefully. I hope so. We've got to go because the camera's going to run out. And that's the only reason. Otherwise, we would stay. We would stick around and we would speak longer.
We will. We'll be back. We'll
So
be back very soon.
From him and me and Pachamama too. See you next time. Bye. Bye. I've been hearing these sounds coming from the basement.
They say it's the scariest book of all time. The only book that's alive. You've heard of books you can't put down. Well, this book will put you down.